Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Now I'm literally so scared to even crawl out of the YouTube cave that I've been in for show my face because she might kill me. She might really kill me. But if you're interested in getting down into why we're here today and about the title of the video, just keep on watching.
It's just a vibe. My content legendary. This is quite Perry with all the vibe. You know I'm doing it right. Watch any vid that you like for all the vibe. Yeah, vibes. Click that bell anytime and you will get notified with all the vibe. Yeah, vibes. So go comment and like and don't forget to subscribe for Strictly Vibes.
So yes guys, I know I've been missing for quite some time. When I can tomato boo throw all the things for me, but I'm just here to explain and let you know the reason for my decision. I don't know how else to explain it, but I've been experiencing just a huge, massive burnout, you know, when it comes to creating content. I've been doing it for 9 years, and 9 years I've had a camera in my face. Whether a phone camera, a vlog camera, any camera, I've just always had a camera in my face. I don't feel like I've ever had a long period of time in which there wasn't a camera in my face. I feel like when I was going through my anxiety, that was a period in which, you know, I was very down and, you know, I was maneuvering through all of that because it was a new feeling and just an overall new space for me. But even throughout my anxiety and me, you know, working towards being, you know, a better me for you guys, I've still had a camera in my face. So I think the burnout for me was real, and it was a situation in which I couldn't necessarily control how I felt anymore. I wasn't compelled to take up a camera and press record consecutively. So I'm here to officially let you guys know that in relation to YouTube, I need some time and I quit. Why? Why did that feel real? Why did that feel so real? Somebody say prank. Somebody say cut the cameras. Okay, so let's get into the real reason, or the real reason as to why I clicked my camera to make this video. Now, it is quite evident that I have not been consistent on YouTube. So a large portion of what I said earlier was indeed true. I felt like I've had to vlog, show you guys a portion of my life, and if not my life, just come up with a schedule to create content for you guys. I've done that consecutively and consistently for, I'd want to say, 7 out of these 9 years. I think the last couple of years, like, you know, after COVID, so like 2021, 2022, I was still doing it, but like 2023 for sure, that's what kind of sort of birthed the inconsistency, and I attribute that to the burnout in relation to conceptualizing new ideas for you guys. And also I was kind of sort of maneuvering, relieving some of the pressure I added to myself completely. No one understands that I've built a community and you guys have showed up for me so often, time and time again. It's unwavering, it's so consistent. Like, I've been doing this for 9 years and enough one is still there with me. Stand up firm, stand up strong, and not move. I kind of felt as though I had a responsibility to you guys, and I just never wanted to let you guys down. Then having the anxiety and everything, I think that kind of sort of birthed the knowing and understanding that rest is also a form of productivity, and me taking time off doesn't necessarily mean that I don't love you guys anymore. It doesn't mean that I'm doing a disservice to my audience anymore. It's kind of sort of just rewiring the mental psyche of just what I had to go through in relation to essentially just not letting you guys down. I think when I started 9 years ago, that was the birth part of that, not necessarily knowing and understanding the space that I was in and, you know, what it was, you know, set out to be. So I was just like, oh my God, I just have to keep going. I just have to keep going. I just have to keep going. But now I'm much older and I am not the QP that I was 9 years ago. And, you know, I have more responsibilities. I have life going on, and also my interests have also changed. You know, so there's a lot of growing that has happened, and there's a lot of maturing that has also happened. And I must credit you guys, because the reason why I never felt so bad now is because I now feel comfortable and solid knowing that I've created a foundation, a solid foundation in relation to the connection that I have with my online community. And I know that whether I'm away for 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, a year, that whenever I click this record button or whenever I go live, you guys show up for me consistently. So I want to thank you guys for that. But the real reason, as I said, as to why I have not been, you know, as consistent is just a burnout, you know, and I've been honoring that burnout. I've been honoring being in this mental space, rolling through it until I'm no longer there, you know, until I'm 100% back on my feet. And even if I don't ever get there again and you guys see me when you see me, you guys now have an understanding as to why you don't see me. Creatively, it's just a lot. Mentally, it's just a lot. Physically, it's just a lot. I'm here, I'm alive. I'm also happy. You know, I'm in a very good space. So I think this burnout has allowed me to, you know, go outside and live life a little bit more and not necessarily vlog every single moment of it. Just cherish every single moment, because I said to myself that this year for certain I wanted to travel somewhere for every single month. And that's because, one, I wouldn't say I have a fear of flying, but I have a fear of long flights. So I had to get over that. Essentially, I just wanted to immerse myself into the real world more, be a lot more present, especially around my friends, my family. Like, I just wanted to be present. Like, work was still happening, you know, and I was doing some stuff online here or there, but I just didn't want everything to be online. And I feel like I've done a very good job in delineating the lines of what I show online and what I don't show online. So I must credit myself for that, and I must also credit you guys for also respecting certain things that I don't show, even though I feel like I do show a lot, you know. But there's a large portion of my life that you guys still don't even have a clue as to what's going on. And I know people make assumptions and stuff, and I'm fine with that. But thank you guys for being that in relation to me. Now, damn, we haven't sat and spoken in a while, so this for me is even foreign, but I felt like I had to do it. Let me get into the real reason as to why this conversation was even triggered. So there's an online mutual of mine who supports me and has been supporting me for years. His name is Rajay, right? And I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with him, but he does like a lot of fashion reviews and stuff on TikTok. He has a YouTube channel. And if I might add, he has come to my defense online when I class me, not chew me, not chops to me on multiple occasions. So I must say I appreciate him for that. When I got verified, I don't know if I've shared that with you guys on my main channel, but I've also shared it with my persons on my vlog channel, you know, the reaction as to when I got verified. So I'm now verified on Instagram. So I'm now verified on all 3 platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, period. He sent me a message congratulating me on Instagram, and then there were some voice notes to follow, because he responded and he said YouTube is next. He said YouTube is next to get verified on. If we're gonna get into it and if we're gonna be real, YouTube, where's my plaque? I followed the instructions, and when I get back to me, when I hear from him now. So you'll be hearing from me pretty soon, because I need my plaque. I need my 100,000 plaque. Like how Instagram did I play with me for so many years. Like for the fight, square up. He said YouTube next because he responded to my story, and I was like waiting, and then he sent me a voice note, and I'm gonna play the voice note for you guys, so you guys can hear what triggered me to even come sit on here and talk to Uno and give Uno the real.
Period, and it's gonna happen soon. Congratulations again on the verification of the situation. The internet people know you in a real life.
Right.
So you're not having my blue tick. Period. I'm so proud of you. I have a proposition, however, for you. Not a proposition, but just a suggestion or a thought.
Okay, so that was the original voice, so then he said this one after. So this is the thought that also triggered this video. So
You've done an AdSense video before, you know, telling us about the monetary side of YouTube, but I'd love to see YouTube through your eyes, meaning the behind the scenes, how you plan your content, how you stay so relevant all these years and don't get burned out, what type of camera you use, how you're so consistent, how you come up with the ideas, like how you keep going. The whole behind the scenes aspect, I would love to, if you have a video on it already, we could have watched, but I would love to see like your behind the scenes process of how you bring the quality content to life so that we can enjoy it for so many years. I'd love to see that, because the little girl pops in the streets, you know, want to stay motivated and want something going through too. You get what I mean? So I would love to see how you do it, because while YouTuber kick me behind, it's a kick me behind bad.
he said YouTube is kicking his behind. People, let me tell you, we're in the same boat, okay? I'm now at the stage where it's literally kicking my behind. Essentially, he just wanted like an inside scoop as to how I create my content and how I conceptualize my content. So let me address that first. Conceptualization of the content for me, I'm very structured in my mind. So it might not present that way to you guys when you're watching the vlogs and stuff, but in my mind, I've already figured out what I'm going to vlog and what is gonna be in it and what is also not gonna be in it. I don't overshoot my content. Nope, I'm not gonna have extra footage of nothing. And credit to my editor who eats every single time. Shout out to the girl, Sage Dawson. You understand? She can make, you know, I don't overshoot. So there isn't a situation where I have 5 hours of clips. I don't overshoot. If I know it's not gonna be in the video, I'm not gonna waste my time editing it, and I'm also not gonna waste my editor's time editing it. So that is one thing. In terms of conceptualizing, for me it has been a lot different, and I feel like the landscape of YouTube has also changed over the years, whereas there were a lot of challenges, a lot of pranks. Now we have the introduction of podcasts. Now podcasts back in the day used to just be an audible thing, like you could just listen to it audibly. Now you can see visual podcasts. So as much as there's an audible version, you can now go on YouTube, find that audible version in video format. So I find that the landscape has changed because a lot of persons are doing sit down style content where it's more so gauged towards topics, whether it be controversial topics, people business, beef, you know, like what's hot, what's popping, or just controversial questions. So the podcast era is what's now in, and I've had to shift the dynamic of the content on my main channel to more sit down format podcast style stuff, whereas the challenges are just no more because nobody's doing that anymore, and I don't think the reception would be there. And also back in the day, I feel like a lot of YouTubers were more inclined to collaborate and do stuff together. I feel like life has just changed. Everybody's grown, or everybody's growing, and everybody has their own stuff to deal with, and the format of YouTube in general has just changed. So you find that I would do the Q&As where it's the worst dates. What is the most horrible thing that your boyfriend has done to you, or your girlfriend has done to you? How did you know your best friend was not really your best friend? So those videos that you do see with myself, Tananya, and TC, you guys gravitate to those more because, as I said, the space is shifting. However, I would recommend when you're conceptualizing your content to be authentic and true to you. So do what you feel comfortable in, because you never know what an audience needs until you give it to them. Let me repeat. You never know what an audience needs until you give it to them. Because there are a lot of videos and there are a lot of things that I've conceptualized that have done exceptionally well out of just me feeling compelled to do it, and I never knew that it would have been a hit, you know? So be completely authentic to your content, be completely authentic to you, and show up as you when you're conceptualizing, so people don't read into it as fake or, you know, disingenuous, or it doesn't match up with everything else that's going on with your other socials. So you're over here being so happy-go-lucky on YouTube, and then when we go up on your social media, you start out. I mean, both can exist, but not like on a consistent basis. Because I'm gonna be like, what the hell is going on? Why are you so up and go looking at all of your videos on YouTube and then we'll go up on your Instagram and PerryQuite your post? Like, what's going on? Hello? Just be authentic to you. So just allow the life that you actually live to mirror the life that you're posting on the internet. About the burnout, I spoke about that earlier. It is real. It happens. There's no way to circumvent it. There's no way to go around it. It just happens. Even persons who have producers, editors, things in process to alleviate their creative process or their filming process or whatever it is, it happens. There's gonna come creative blocks. There's gonna come a time where you just don't want to do it, because I'm gonna be very honest with you people, it is a lot to not only let people into your life, because y'all on the internet, when I some serious savage. I don't know, it's like when I build people for tear them down. I'll just use that point and that point alone to justify why just coming on the internet and doing this is so hard, because y'all, when I don't like somebody, I don't like them, and when I don't like them, and I don't like them, and every single influencer, online public persona has had their day in the sun where y'all drag my God, man, nice. So, if there's a time in which you feel burnt out, where nobody have nothing to talk about you, or then again, you never have to do nothing for them talk about you, because they could have dig up one long time old video and decide to make it an issue now. So, if you want a shout out video from me, your boy QP, all you have to do is go to cameo.com/QuitePerry. So, if you are, a friend or somebody will like me, love me for years, and then want a little shout out video, like a birthday shout out, an anniversary or graduation, or you just want QP big them up, yeah, just go to cameo.com/QuitePerry and book your shout out now. Pretty simple, very easy, link in the bio. Now, let's get back to the video. As I was saying, the burnout is real and it happens. It's inevitable. Just honor it. Just know and understand that, you know what? This is where I'm at right now, and I just have to feel these feelings until I don't feel them anymore, or I take my time to get out of it. Or even in the burnout, if you feel a little video idea or a little spirit move you up, work with it. Not feel no way about not, doing the video if you have the energy to. So it's all dependent on the level of burnout in which you reach. Because some people really burn out and just crash, and you not see back from them, then finish up completely. Because I've seen multiple YouTubers overseas who I've watched who have had this rigid schedule in content creation and management and deadlines, and you don't see them anymore. They didn't manage the balance between real life and online life. It was just online life, so they didn't have chance to live real life. Honor the burnout. It's inevitable. It's gonna come. Don't be a prison to consistency. Consistency is great, and when you have it, you have it. Strike that shit while the iron is hot. But don't be a prison to consistency. Don't feel like I have to do it even when you don't have it to do it. Oh, that's a word. That's I think he asked about what we use to film. Did he ask that? I don't remember. For the new persons who are coming up into the YouTube space, you don't have to have the most HD camera. You don't have to have the best equipment. You don't even have to have a ring light. I started YouTube with my phone. You understand? I'm gonna catch up my phone at the window where the light is there. I'm gonna turn up the exposure on the phone. Shoot a video, editing an iMovie, and kept it pushing. Okay? Kept it pushing. But if you do want to invest in your craft, just some suggestions of stuff that I use and I would recommend. The camera I'm shooting on right now is the Sony ZV-1. It's an excellent vlogging camera, but I use it now more so from like my sit down videos. The link to this is in my storefront, my Amazon storefront. I'm gonna link it in my description box if you want to purchase it, or if you'd want somebody to invest in it for you, for your little birthday wish list. You understand? The link to this is in my Amazon storefront. So if you want to buy it, you can. I would 10 out of 10 recommend it. I've had it for quite some time and the quality is amazing. Now recently for vlogging, I've now invested into a DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I had showed you guys it in my vlog, my recent vlog on my vlog channel, so you guys can go and check out that vlog, the Chicago vlog on the vlog channel, link in the description, where I introduced you guys to it. So this is what it looks like. It's pretty compact. I can screw this off because this is just a stand that you can travel with. But yeah, it's pretty simple. You just take it out of a little protective case and then you slide it open, it comes on, and then the camera just turns to you, and then you just press this little record button, and that's it. So I use this more so for vlogging because it's just so much easier than taking out the Sony ZV. You wanna flip and it's more compact. You can just slide this in your pocket and keep it going. So I'm gonna vlog on this camera and flip and show you guys what I'm also vlogging on. And this is the Sony ZV one. Yeah, so you guys can see, I got the creator bundle, so it comes with like a extra mic or Bluetooth mic, and it also has a battery pack, an extra battery pack. So this is the original body of it. It's very small. A battery pack, not a battery pack, but an extra battery that charges it can go right here, that comes in the creator bundle. Those are the stuff that I use. The link to them will be in my description box. It's in my Amazon storefront if you'd like to purchase one, which I would heavily recommend because it's just so easy to use. You know, I forgot you one only pass settings and just flip it, slide it. You just slide it, and it come on, and then you do that. You record. In order to turn it off, you just slide it back, and then it just shuts off automatically. So you can shoot landscape, portrait, and you that. Simple. Link to it is in my description box in my Amazon storefront if you want to purchase it. My advice to not only Roger but to other persons who are having a hard time overall with just YouTube is just take your time. That is something that I wish I knew when I was coming up into the game, because I would have managed my mental health a lot better. I would manage my work-life balance a lot better. You know, I feel like I would have just been more prepared, you know, in a sense, to take on the online world and the effects that it would have on you. Take your time. If you're feeling a burnout, just honor the burnout. Take it one step at a time. If you can, write down like your content ideas during your burnout, so when you have the full energy and time to film it, just journal it down. I journal down my ideas. Take your time. Take your time. Don't push yourself if you don't feel it, you know, because that's what I did, which is why I ended up with such debilitating anxiety, you know. And you don't want to ever mentally reach there, because trust me, it's not nice. And for those of you who were there and you know and you remember, I did, you know, post a video on this on my main channel. So big up to the OGs who know and understand what's keeping and what's happening. This is the reason for my overall. Let me just make sure someone answer all of Roger's question them before I move on.
You've done an AdSense video before, you know, telling us about the monetary side.
Did do an AdSense video. It's on my channel, how you can, how should I say, sort out your payment for YouTube. So you can go and watch that video. And I even told you guys how much money I made on YouTube. Like, no man, gatekeeping is not cute.
Behind the scenes process of whole.
Oh, the behind the scenes murder. Nothing really much happens behind the scenes, if I'm going to be very honest with you. I think something that has worked for me in a sense is that I have now created a team surrounding my content. So I create the content and then I film the content, and sometimes I have someone film the content for me. This is when you can afford to do it. So if I can alleviate some of the work rules and functions off of just myself, that works better for me and where I'm at now in life. So back in the day, I used to conceptualize, shoot, edit all by myself, upload all by myself, thumbnail all by myself. You understand? So when it comes to the work rules and functions now, I conceptualize, I shoot, I have an editor. You understand? Which makes me put that time I would have put into editing into creating more content or conceptualizing more content. So if you can afford an editor, or if you love to edit yourself, sure, no problem, go for it. I'm just letting you know what works for me. I want to get to the stage where I also have a producer. As it stands, I shoot, I have an editor. Sometimes I have people shoot for me when it requires that. I also invest in my craft. So I get the necessary stuff that would make the shooting for me much easier. I have every gimbal, every tripod, every camera, we can catch, bend, flip, anything what we need for make the content process or making the shooting part easier for me, I will invest in it. I also have a GoPro as well. So yeah, do what works for you. Trust me, that will make the consistency much more easier if you're not experiencing a burnout. But just invest in your craft, invest in the production of your things, invest in things that make your job much easier, especially if you love it. No knock to the people who like to edit, love to edit. Trust me, I love to edit at one point and I can still edit to this day. So a girl or boy can't play with me, you understand, if the content still don't get put out, you understand, because I do edit like my Patricia videos and stuff myself still. But as I said, create a system that is conducive to your creative process. Oh, that's a word. Create a system that is conducive to your creative process that will in turn facilitate consistency. There you go. Also, separate and apart from the burnout that I was experiencing, I found myself growing another platform. So here's the thing about me. I'm a social media connoisseur, right? I love social media. So any new app will come out, or any app where I feel like I have to build from the ground up, I'm gonna spend my time, okay, building that. And for the OGs who've been here for a while, TikTok wasn't originally my favorite. TikTok, I was just like, oh my god, another app. Even when my manager introduced it to me, I was like, oh my god, another app. Like, I'm gonna have to, Jesus, because I spent so long building my Twitter. I spent so long building my Facebook page. I spent so long building my YouTube. I spent so long building my Instagram. Now I have to build another rising social media platform. Help! So, in my absence over here on YouTube, I've been growing and creating an online community over on TikTok. Now, essentially, TikTok rewards you for consistency. So if you're not posting videos consistently, your page is just gonna be like, ooh, you understand? So they reward you for posting more. They reward you for going live more. So what I've noticed is that I'm somebody who watches patterns and watches trends because I'm all about elevating and I'm all about growing. And every time I went live, I would gain more followers. You know, at least a cute 200, 200, sometimes even 1,000 followers every time I went live because TikTok was pushing my platform out more. The flip side to that on TikTok is I've grown to love playing matches on TikTok, and I know this is a controversial topic for Jamaican people and Jamaican people only. There are a lot of overseas streamers where this is their only livelihood. They don't do anything else. They just go on TikTok and stream. For those of you who don't know, TikTok has created a component of TikTok in which personalities like myself, influencers or social media personalities, anybody with an online community can go on TikTok and earn. You know, I've never been one to gatekeep. I've told you guys how to make money on YouTube. I've told you how to sort out your Google AdSense. Why not tell you guys how to also make money on TikTok? It's pretty simple and it's pretty easy and anybody can do it. Anybody. If you're looking for passive income and you have an online community and you have a following, I would 150% recommend it, and here's why. Especially for Jamaican creators. The audience in which we are in, the region, which is Jamaica, it doesn't fully maximize or earning potential in comparison to online US creators. So the money that we earn from ads through YouTube, we could have been earning 6 times that or more if we were ever living in the States, which is why all the YouTubers that you see overseas, they don't even have to have a large subscription base, but they're all big houses, flashy cars. Not saying that everything we want to follow up on social media is real. I'm just saying that their earning potential is greater and they're living like rock stars. Okay? They're living like rock stars. So the means and ways in which they choose to leverage their audience to make more money, we have to work twice as hard to make what I personally believe we are worth, in a sense. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work being a creative. You understand? And sometimes when you look back at, all the work you put in for just one video to make it perfect, so your audience loves it, it's like Jesus. I'm all about maximizing and leveraging my audience because I've worked 9 years to create an online community, and I believe every single creator should, well, anybody who has an online presence should be able to, how should I say this, leverage your audience in the best way possible. You know, maximize your earning potential from every single social media platform. That's what I believe. My Facebook is monetized, my Twitter is also monetized, my YouTube is monetized, my TikTok is monetized. It's just my Instagram that's not monetized. And if I ever get into the dollars and cents of what people actually earn through Instagram, it is insane, okay? And if I ever get into the dollars and cents of what people earn through videos on TikTok, it is insane. I don't have that aspect yet on my TikTok where I earn through views, but I have earned through gifting. So persons can see, I don't have to go live for persons to gift me on TikTok. So they can see a video that they like and they can just gift you through the app. But when it comes to the online matches and stuff, it's fun to me. I enjoy it. And that's where I spend majority of my time when I was, you know, going through my little burnout, you know, where I just wanted to ease my brain. Like I just wanted to just, all the pressure just come off of you, you're just at ease. I stream Monday to Fridays at 3:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. And for every single person who wants to do it, I feel as though I'm gonna do a dedicated video just for that, teaching you guys like the ins and outs and how to set up your payments, how to receive your payments. I think I'm gonna do a video on that to let you guys know, because anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. And if you're looking for passive income or passive earnings, it's a fun way to do it while people who genuinely support you and show up for you, you know, are there. That was just a side conversation as to why you also haven't really seen me, or what I was doing, not why you haven't. It's what I was up to, what I was doing in the meantime. And I'm sure a lot of my subscribers have literally seen me over there, and also all the controversy surrounding it, or maybe only even know, because some social media platform different, you know, because kill people did, sometimes the people they on Twitter know, think people know what go on over on Twitter, on Facebook, and sometimes the people them on Instagram swears that people on TikTok know what's happening. So somehow they're probably not even in the loop. But either way, follow me on TikTok. Anyways, I say this all to say, gentle people, thank you guys so much for your continued support. May God continue to guide, keep, and bless every single one of you. I'm not quitting. I'm still here. I'm here to stay, and I will do my utmost best to continue to service every single social media platform that I have equally. You know, I feel like I'm on the last phase of my burnout. I'm slowly sloping out. So yeah, one thing I know though is I like creating, and I love you guys. So for that and that alone, I will always be here until it's time for me to not be here at all. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out all the links in my description box, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comment section. Bye guys.